From time immemorial, man has taken health issues seriously, and that explains the rationale behind the age-long assertion that health is wealth. This is why there is no government all over the world that will handle health matters with lackadaisical disposition. Here in Nigeria, government has taken many steps to improve the health condition of citizens through various interventions, both homegrown and, when necessary, engrafted initiatives. One of such initiatives is the Nigeria State Health Investment Project, Nship, a World Bank-assisted program implemented by the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency. The framework provides results-based incentives, especially at service delivery points, to increase the delivery, use, and quality of high-impact maternal and child health interventions. The project, which is modeling a new way of financing healthcare on performance basis, was piloted in Ondo, Adamawa, and Nasarawa states. It has, however, been expanded to 5 more states, namely Taraba, Gombe, Borno, Yobe, and Bauchi. Nship is in tandem with the policy direction of the present administration in Ondo State, poised to providing qualitative and affordable healthcare services to the people of the state in a manner so accepted as world best practice.
We take health as a social service, a very serious one for that matter, and one of our cardinal program has remained one of the priority, so that the good people of the state will have quality care, where they live, work, and play. Therefore, for us, Nship was an intervention that this administration considered very effective, and we did not, at any time, we did not take our eyes off the ball, because we believe that with Nship, we're going to do a lot of many things, and a lot of strategies surrounding it were carried out. Nship in Ondo State has been one of the success stories that we can put and beat our chest about. The people have done well. We have had better people running the program now. Clearly, without Nship, the LTDs of the state will have been at rock bottom. Nship is key, is a key word for the state, and the government at one stage, or another, we have provided moral and financial support to this program so as to ensure, particularly its continuity. This is a time bound, and we were convinced that we needed to have it done on time. So the state government takes it very serious, and in order to ensure that we're able to strengthen the health sector through Nship. So there's a lot of things that have to be done, and we have introduced so many innovative strategies too, to make sure that Nship, for at least in Ondo State, has a better footing than we met. Nship has been key, and I believe that it's something that was being done here that all of us were enjoying. And so, in intervention, we have ensured drastic improvement anyway, more than what we met. We have improved on it, and I believe our LTDs now is very high. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
If you want to take it, the same thing with this. If you want to take a delivery of a woman, you need to look at the birth canal, the mother, and the baby to be able to see very well. And if there are tears, this is what we do to find where to get it. So all the equipment and vital equipment that are necessary for use at the TS level.
Please give me a card.
How then were the technicalities worked out to favor the actualization of the vision of the present administration as encapsulated in the Blueprint to Progress, summed up as JMPPR? For instance, Nship employed many staff based on facility autonomy and placed infrastructure such as poles, solar power, incinerators, and expansion of facility buildings, among others. In effect, the economic multiplier effects of Nship have helped to boost the economy of the host community. Dr. Wahab Adegbenro is the Ondo State Commissioner for Health, while Dr. Jibayo Adeyeye is the Special Advisor to Governor Akeredolu on health matters. For these men, Nship has done much good to aiding government's vision for the health sector of Ondo State, which has made the present administration stand tall in terms of laudable achievements in the sector among the community of states in Nigeria.
We talk about the massive renovation going on across the state, and a lot of our facilities have been renovated, and this has enabled our facilities to now wear a new look. Then our primary health care centers, a lot of them have been renovated across the state, because the thinking now is that people should be able to access health at primary health centers. This state proud itself to have probably more than 560 something primary health care centers as we speak, and at least one per political ward has been renovated and equipped to standard. Nship is an intervention project and that is meant to strengthen the health care system. And in those days, government will put money down, there will be a budget. We want to spend so much on health, we want to do this, we want to do that, that's what we have, without actually measuring the output. And so Nship came to provide a new idea to running the health sector, that you now measure the output and you reward performance. That's the main difference. You reward performance. Staffs are motivated so that they can put in extra effort to run the system. That is the advantage of Nship. So that when you now go around these Nship performing facilities, you see a hell of difference in what you now have.
Nigerian State Health Investment Project was a design by the World Bank to inject funds into healthcare delivery in a well-crafted and managed fashion, so that there will be sustainable fund being injected into healthcare.
The success of this special intervention project in the health sector of Ondo State could not have been achievable without a formidable team of not just highly cerebral doctors, but also astute administrators who man the state's primary healthcare development agency and coordinate Nship. For instance, this team has been able to employ structures and processes that have ultimately enhanced the project's success. These include the health financing innovation, leveraging on information and communication technology (ICT). The team thus developed business plan tracker towards ensuring accountability and transparency. Its use, which started in the first quarter of this year, has proved that it is an effective tool in checking duplication of procurement, among other issues that could hamper efforts at enhancing service delivery in the health sector. The Business Plan Tracker initiative has now earned Nigeria an award and a pride of place in the Committee of Nations.
Issue of where you take or access health care is a matter of choice, and the choice open to you is based on experience, your own experience and experience of others close to you. People who are access or go to a health center where they know they'll meet staff on ground, they'll get the quality of care they desire, and at a cost they know is not going to put holes in their pocket. So you won't be so I'm not surprised that even for SASI coming to everywhere, that the focus now is on the PAC, because PAC system is better managed, health workers are there, drugs are available 24 hours, and the environment is cleaner, and the quality of care is better. So that is the result of Nship working in collaboration with already existing structure in the Ondo State system.
We are looking at a system that we can really adopt. It's not just, it's to some a project, but some of us, we see it as a program on its own. Because why I say it's a program is that I see it beyond the limited period of June. I look at the principle of Nship as something that can be imbibed, incorporated into our system, and even enlarged beyond the health sector. You know, Nship makes you, empowers the facilities to work directly, empowers them to run their system with little supervision, building the capacity of our staff, managerial wise and financial management and resources management generally. Okay, and if you look at Nship has so much helped in developing the facilities. I said initially that the hospitals retain their funds, including Nship fund money coming from Nship in building, in developing the facility. Most of the funds available to the hospitals today, okay, for those that are PBF and DFF, when you look through their business plan, you find out that a very large percentage of their funds come from Nship, not from IGR. I just believe that the commencement of contributory health scheme, which is by the state, will help in replacing Nship, and the principle of Nship will be used in continuous activities within the facilities. Because for now, part of the big gain of Nship to us is the preparation of a business plan. And at HMB level, we are already looking at the possibility of adopting it as a system, as a practice within our system, that every facility, for now, whether you are in Nship or you are not in Nship, whether you are DFF or you are not PBA or PBF, okay, those that are non-PBF, non-DFF facilities, that is completely outside Nship, have been in fact been made to prepare business plan. That is telling you that we are already planning beyond June. We are looking beyond it and say, how do we sustain the gains of Nship?
It has increased the quality of healthcare services across the health facilities, both primary and secondary health facilities in the state. It has increased health services utilization. It also ensures that health services are available. So availability of health services is assured since the intervention started in terms of drug availability, human resource availability at the health facilities, infrastructure availability. Then it also ensures a kind of improvement in the motivation of the health workers. The health worker, because it's a performance-based financing, so the health workers get some stipend as a form of incentive that we call performance bonus after delivering their services. So based on that, performance bonus ensure motivation. Then it also has helped us to ensure accountability and transparency in financial management, which before now, when the state or even the country were implementing input-based financing, we discovered that despite the huge amount of resources pumped into the health sector, there was little or no impact to justify huge resources. But now that money is being paid directly from the project to the health facility account, there's no middleman. So the health facility decide based on their priority, that we refer to as their felt need, not the perceived need of the ministry. It's the felt need of the facility. They decide on what they will use the fund that is being released to them to do. And there is also several means of ensuring that what they spend this money on is being monitored and supervised through the regulator, the purchaser, and then several verification mechanisms that have been put in place in the project. So transparency and accountability has been assured in the state and across all the other states that are implementing Nship. There is also improvement in monitoring and supervision, which has led to improvement in the quality of data that is being generated at the health facility through this intervention. And the intervention has also helped to ensure that there is a high community participation in health services.
With Nship, the community, the World Development Committees, who are representatives of the PXA at the community level, they are involved in everything that occurs at the PXA level, and it has even increased the collaboration between the government and the community. This has helped tremendously, and that is part of the major success stories that Nship has been able to achieve, particularly in Ondo State. It's really amazing how the community, they are the ones that determine what they want, and it is obvious that when the communities are involved in their health, then sustainability is in view and is very key. And for me, I think that Nship has done a good job in ensuring that the communities are involved in issues that concerns their health.
There is this wonderful effect on the community, which is the economic improvement in the local economy of the community, because most of the activity that is being carried out at the facility level, the local population is being involved in the activity. So there is local financial multiplier effect on the economy of the local environment. This program ensures that we have quality drug at the facility level. We give quality services to the populace, and also there is improvement in the infrastructure. That is, we have rehabilitation of many of our health facilities through the instrumentality of this particular project.
Our role within most programs, including Nship within the state that are internationally funded, is to ensure the successful implementation of everything that has been done. Our principal, who is His Excellency Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, believes in 90% optimization of any type of funding. So for us, our role is to ensure that we project properly, provision of medical equipment, upgrading the infrastructure is done very well. We sort of try to help them, introduce innovative strategies, to develop business plan that can be tracked. So most of the things that actually happen within the primary healthcare centers are submitted for vetting in form of a business plan. And once that gets submitted, everything they do so far, which is from business plan to implementation, we're able to monitor that in real time on our monitoring dashboards that are based in Akure, where the office of the Executive Secretary, the Ondo State Primary Healthcare Board, is situated at.
Nship has also assisted health facilities in Ondo State to improve waste management processes and procedures in ways that will not hamper the health of workers and residents of the location of health facilities in the state.
The waste, we separate them. We normally separate them. We have the red one, the one that are supposed to be in the red container, which is the most highly infectious ones. We have the one that is supposed to be in the yellow container, which is infectious, but they are also medical waste. We have that is contained, will be inside the black container. That one, they are non-infectious waste. So we separate them before we put it inside this one. Then we will add petrol or diesel, and then we burn it. By the time it's burning, it will go down. You know, of course, when we add diesel or petrol, it will still cover the floor and it will still be burning. By the time it's finished burning and there are no particles here again, we will now open this place. We will now remove all the ashes. By the time we remove the ashes with spade, by the time we now remove, we will now put the ashes inside this ash pit.
The impact that the project has had on the people is also the fact that it has ensured the improvement in air care waste management. Across all our facilities now, we have what we call waste segregation. So this is the first time such will be introduced in the air sector through the Nship intervention. And then most of our facilities now have incinerator. Then they also have solar power to kind of ensure 24 hours power supply to the air facilities, especially those in the rural areas where BEDC, the normal electricity usually fluctuating or not regular.
Has been an improvement on waste management and waste control in the community, unlike what is being practiced in the olden days, that waste generated in the hospitals are being disposed within the community. And apart from that, not everybody has the knowledge or how to manage waste, but with the help of the incinerator, I think it will have a very great and positive effect on the community and as well on the health facility here.
Besides, the project has aided effective monitoring and evaluation through an internet-enabled electronic monitoring dashboard which checks over-reporting and other inaccuracies.
The monitoring dashboard is a system where you have a correlation of every single thing from start to finish, all the processes that happen in primary healthcare centers, and not just the processes, however, happenings which are treatments within the primary healthcare centers. Everything gets monitored. Say, for example, they have a target of helping 10,000 pregnant women through antenatal services within the month. We need to ensure that all that can be tracked within the month. So it's tracked in real time. It's one of first type innovation within the country.
Another way it also ensures community participation is through the community client satisfaction survey, which is also part of the best practice and the verification mechanism introduced into the Nship project to ensure that the data that is being generated in the facility is verified properly through the community. And in the process, the community will be able to hear their own view, what they think is happening in the health sector, whether good or bad, and the challenges that they face when they go to receive care at their facilities. Then in the process of implementation, there have been a lot of people have benefited the community around which the facility is situated through the economic multiplier effect of the project. That during some of the activities, the community through the CBO and NGOs are being engaged to participate in this project, and money is being paid to them. So this has helped a lot of them to continue to be economically buoyant and then to do a lot of domestic issues and their family issues at the rural areas and community levels. Then overall, it has strengthened the overall health system of the implementing state, and it has also ensured improvement in the collaboration between among the different agencies in the health sector.
They have autonomy, and that autonomy is what made them to say, okay, if we need to improve utilization of these facilities, what are we going to do for people to come in? If the environment is not clean, if the infrastructure is bad, the no patient will not patronize that place. So there have been massive infrastructural upgrades. Apart from the innovation the governor is doing across, if you go around now, there's no part of Ondo State now that governor has not innovated health center and innovated in all the 18. Apart from the one Mr. Governor is doing, the health facilities in the money from Nship have been doing their own infrastructure upgrade.
I would say that the project has really impacted, on the system. We have, had a lot of gains when it comes to Nship implementation in Ondo State. Through Nship, we've been able to train our facility people, our facility staff, how to make business plan, how to have focus, how to have objectives that they set to achieve even quarterly, and to be able to put some measures on ground to measure these performances, to be able to track the performances of the facilities. Apart from that, if you look at what Nship has done in the States, you will see a lot of infrastructural developments, that have taken place. Some of these, we have, some facilities without any infrastructure, but with the help of Nship, with the money that's been plowed into the system, we've been able to have, buildings. The facilities have been able to employ temporary staff, and we have availability of drugs.
Nship has actually impacted significantly, on the of the health system as a whole. Result-based financing has helped the system to reorientate, our focus on financing, particularly making it result-based as against the input that it used to be. And it has also helped to strengthen the leadership and the governance structure in the health sector, to focus more on regulation and also devolve authority, significantly to other agencies who are also important actors within the health system.
There have been a lot of improvement in our health system. Looking at the infrastructural facilities, all the health facilities have been touched, have been upgraded, a lot of good buildings here and there. Drug, there has been regular supply of drugs. Our personnel, that is the staff, both skilled and unskilled staff, have been well trained. I think it has brought a lot of improvement to our health system. If we compare to our neighboring state, what we have in our neighboring states and ISO compared to Ondo State. Nship interventions have also strengthened the Ondo State health system through staff motivation, health facility autonomy, increase in the quality of care, and health services utilization, among others, just as the people of Ondo State have also immensely benefited from the project.
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọ̀gá wa torí ìgbà tí mo bí mi mú kankan wá síbí wọ́n dẹ̀ gbà mí sílẹ̀.
They didn't collect money for drugs, even the immunization, they didn't collect any money from us. I appreciate Nship very well for what they did for us here, so they really tried for us. So if it's not because of them, but we thank God and we really thank Nship very well.
Their effort were on us. Especially the pregnant women and those people that deliver the baby here. They are really trying.
Gbowó lọ́wọ́ mi o, mi ò dẹ̀ gbómi, mi ò gbẹ̀jẹ̀. Gbogbo nǹkan tó fún mi ọ̀fẹ́ ni.
By the time I dey pregnant, na free treatment I dey take here and drugs. They no collect 1 naira from me, and they maintain me before I born. Then give me food, sometimes rice, sometimes egg, sometimes moi. They no collect money.
Nship, I really appreciate. May God continue to enrich your pocket.
Mo bímọ síbí ìgbà tí mo bímọ sí bí wọ́n ṣe sí mi gan inú mi dùn mo invite àwọn èèyàn wọ́n máa wá síbí wá bímọ lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ń tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn wọ́n máa ń sóúnjẹ fún wa pín nǹkan fún wa lóríṣiríṣi àwọn pampers wọ́n pín fún wa àwọn ike tó jẹ́ pé tá bá délé gan wọ́n á rí gan inú àwọn èèyàn á tún dùn wọ́n máa ń ṣe fún wa lóríṣiríṣi.
Nigerian State Health Investment Project, which we call Nship, has done pretty well. They've had significant impact in healthcare delivery in the state. When you look at it, we often have our data, we often have projections. Many times when we are doing our steering committee meetings, we see the significant improvement in the quality of healthcare delivery. By the time you look at the bar charts from one quarter to the other, you would have seen significant development in the quality of healthcare delivery to our people. At the same time, the quantity and the numbers of people accessing our facilities has significantly improved because of the intervention of Nship.
When it comes to Nship, as regards the impact, it's enormous as far as SL government is concerned. Is it the infrastructural development that we want to talk about? Is it the human resource gap that has been bridged with the funds that we get from Nship? Is it the technical assistance that we get from the district supervisors? It's enormous, it's countless.
Nship has done us proud by providing funds for us to be able to extend our health facility. By this, we will be able to build 5 rooms with 3 toilets in order to accommodate the services given to the community. This building you are seeing is because there is effective collaboration between World Bank, the Ondo State government, and Nship in totality. That is why we can have this building. We cannot do it by, they are the people that release the fund to the